god, big tidbits. You are listening to Tidbits. And what is this tidbit about? Eco-friendly options for menstruation care.
Hi, my name is Alicia, and I've been using menstrual cups for almost 5 years now. I moved to menstrual cups because, I found sanitary pads uncomfortable, and it takes about almost 800 to 1,000 years for one pad to decompose. And if you multiply that by the number of pads each woman uses for every cycle, that's just crazy.
Hey, hi, my name is Trishna, and to maintain my menstrual hygiene, I stick to the usage of our old sanitary pads, that is plastic based sanitary pads. I think I'm very comfortable with what I have been using so far. I have no complaints with respect to that.
Well, how environment conscious are we really? Is it really that difficult to put a foot down and say that, okay, maybe from now on I'll switch my options? There are various reasons for this hesitance, for this resistance, but there are some alarming numbers and reports that have come out. So the Menstrual Health Alliance India estimated that there are 121 million girls and women currently using an average of 8 disposable sanitary pads a month, and the waste load generated in India is estimated to be, somewhere around 113,000 tons of menstrual waste annually. This was reported in 2017, and as Alicia also mentions, that it takes forever for these plastic pads to decompose. Well, on this World Environment Day, we are sort of also looking and talking to people who are behind initiatives and brands trying to make a difference one step at a time to reduce the ecological footprint of our country.
Hi, my name is Deepanjali Kanoria, and I'm the founder of Heyday. We're an organic and natural personal care brand, and our products include recently launched rash-free baby diapers, sanitary napkins, and panty liners, all made from plant fibers that use no toxins or chemicals at all. We're available pan-India. Always believe that we have two homes, our body and the environment, and we must take care of both. I think users in India are having a rising awareness about sustainable products, whether it's in their kitchen, whether it's in their bathroom, wherever it is. It's very important to question what's going inside your body and what's going on it, and read the ingredients on the packs and be aware and support and use products that are better, healthier, and safer. I was initially conducting research in the personal hygiene space in India. I found through a target group analysis that about 8 out of 10 women suffered from some kind of rash, allergy, or infection during or around their period. And this was mainly due to the fact that they were using plastic sanitary napkins without any idea of what it was doing to their bodies. Not only this, the environment was suffering tirelessly. About 9,000 tons, that is 432 million pads, were thrown in landfills every single year without any source of decomposition because it takes 500 years for them to break down. We thought that Heyday was the need of the hour because women were aching for a solution and they didn't even know it. The product was very well received and is sold pan-India.
I am Anju Arora, and I am the founder director of the Period Hub. The Period Hub is a platform, a social enterprise, which is working to redefine period experience for women. And we do that with help of our innovative products, sustainable menstrual choices, and wellness solutions. It is really important to make the sanitary pads environment friendly because currently the disposable pads that are available in the market are loaded with chemicals, they are loaded with plastics and plastic derivatives, which first of all are harmful for women's health. And secondly, they are equally harmful for environment, and they are doing an irreparable damage to the environment. So when it comes to women's health, the dioxins, the superabsorbent polymers, the rayons, the herbicides, pesticides, the artificial fragrances that are used in the pad, they've all been linked to skin allergies, rashes, irritation, abnormal reproductive functions, impaired thyroid, impaired diabetes, and similar issues in women. So it's it's just been like a decade or two that a lot of such issues have started to crop up in women's reproductive life cycle. And yes, they are very harmful for the environment because it's made up of plastic, continues to stay in the environment for 500 to 800 years. And you cannot burn that pad, you cannot bury that pad, you cannot put that in a landfill because it spoils groundwaters and contaminates the groundwater. When I started working in space of sustainable menstrual health about 6 years ago, there were very less choices available for women in the market.
So, do we always resort to the easy way out and go for plastic pads? But guess what? The cloth pads are equally foolproof.
Generally, a woman would use a disposable pad because it is perceived that it is a hygienic pad. It is easy to use, it is leak proof, and you can just use and throw. It is convenient to use. And if you compare these parameters to a cloth pad is equally easy to use. It is equally leak proof. It is equally convenient and comfortable because a cloth pad, when it absorbs, it really does not make you feel wet or moist, unlike the disposable pads, which after a few hours on your heavy flow day, you start to feel moist when you wear it for longer times. So I believe reusable cloth pads are the best options for women to use.
So the most commonly asked question about eco-friendly napkins is that, do these suffice on our heavy days as well?
Absolutely. Heavy days or light days, Heyday sanitary napkins can be used on whatever depending on your flow. We have 3 varieties: ultra thin for a regular flow day, maxi fluff for a heavy flow day, and the all night long version for an extra heavy night flow. So there's complete miscommunication and misinformation about biodegradable and organic pads not absorbing as much. We've come up with a patented fiber made out of a corn and bamboo weave that holds as much fluid as, say, a polymer would, and while being completely healthy, natural, and safe.
Yes, very much. These cloth pads are absolutely comfortable, even if they're worn on a heavy flow day or even when they're worn on a night, because these pads, which are meant for a heavy flow, they are made up of more than the general number of absorbent layers that are added in the pad. So like our pad contains about 9 absorbent layers of fabric, which absorb the fluid very comfortably, and even the leak-proof layer that is at the back of the pad is extended towards the wings. So even when the pad is full with blood, the blood doesn't leak out of the pad because the leak-proof layer is stretched towards the wings. So on occasion of World Environment Day on June 5, I would just like to share with everyone around us that it is our duty, our responsibility to give back to environment as well. We've been taking from environment all the time in every part of our life, in every ways we can. Now it is also important that we are aware and we are giving back to the environment as well. And how can we give it back to environment? We should make a switch to products which are sustainable, which are eco-friendly, which are not single-use plastics. We should always ensure that we are making aware choices, informed choices of using such products. So I'm sure my talk would be helpful for you to understand that at least if you have to make an informed choice about your menstrual cycles, cloth pads and reusable menstrual cups are the best choices available in the market.
So this was about how we can do our bit with personal care and hygiene and be as environment friendly as we can to keep a tab on the environment as well as what we use and dispose every month. So however, in our country there are many taboos and it's a little difficult to skip talking about the taboo when you talk about menstrual hygiene and care because it all starts at home, right? Each of us have different rules to follow at our homes, whereas hiding the pads are concerned or just even following certain rituals and rules. You can't do this, you can't do that. Well, we talked to some women who tell us about their stories at home.
Hi, my name is Breshta and I'm from Kolkata. In general, the only rule I follow in my home is to not go near the temple, and there are few cupboards which I cannot touch because they have all the puja stuff and everything there, which I really don't feel makes sense because being on periods or, bleeding for 7 days does not make me impure. I don't think it in any way makes the gods angry. It's natural. And in fact, I feel not having periods is a problem. That makes you impure. Menstruation is a way of cleaning your vagina biologically, and I think there is no harm in it at all. There are, other rules which I have seen in different places elsewhere, like talk about my neighbors or anyone. You cannot go to the kitchen, you cannot go to the temples, you cannot touch milk, you cannot touch dairy because apparently it becomes poisonous. You cannot touch pickles, you shouldn't wear certain kind of dresses. I don't understand why you should not go to the kitchen and cook. Apparently, the food becomes bad or poisonous. I feel if all of us women, if we had that power of turning things into poison or, making people dead with our periods, I feel we would have won World War I and II. Just bring an army of menstruating women and throw it on people. You're done. The war is won in itself.
Hello, I'm Shrija. I'm from Bangalore. They don't want to understand your problem, or they don't want to see it in your way. They will do whatever they think is right, or they have been doing these many years. They don't want to change it. They just want to stick to their roots. If I'll go and ask them that what is the logic behind this, why you're doing this, they don't have any explanation for that. But yeah, they will do it because they have been doing it since so many years.
Yes, so it all starts at home, right? Our beliefs about hygiene, switching to cleaner, sustainable options, to the way we treat and approach women during these days. Well, the change starts now. It's time I find another hot topic to make you uncomfortable with. Catch the Tidbits podcast on Hauterfly every Wednesday.